The most questions I receive are still about developing range on the trumpet. There's a simple strategy we can all use to solidify and build our range. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Brian from Airflow Music. Alongside publishing our books for brass players, we're producing a bunch of videos with tips to make brass playing easier for you. So if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you're notified of all of our videos. Before we get into it, thank you for all the well wishes I received when I missed last weekend's uploads because I was sick. As you can hear, I'm still a little hoarse, but if I keep this fairly short, I should have enough voice to get through it. Range development is the topic I get asked most about. If we're a little systematic about it, it's really not that hard to conquer. The trick is that to become more familiar with and then own a new higher note, we need to play it a lot. And I mean a lot. This is true no matter what stage you're at with your range building. To speed this up, here are my tips. 1. Breath support. Practicing anything is easier, quite frankly, if your breathing and breath support is locked in. I've gone into this in a number of videos, most recently the very last episode of Trumpet Pro Tips. I'll link that video in the description below and in the cards up here so you can check it out again if you missed it. Breathing and supporting in the way I described there will really make a big difference. 2. Practice softly. As I've discussed in previous videos, the higher we play, the less air we need to do it. To get our lips used to responding to smaller air streams, it's a good idea to practice softly, both generally and specifically when we're working on range. Practice as softly as you can in a comfortable and relaxed manner without pinching your lips. The freer your lips are to respond, the longer you'll be able to play for and the quicker you'll develop. 3. Find your highest comfortable note. Since the goal here is not just to expand range but to also solidify and really own the range we already have, it's a good idea to start at the upper comfortable edge of your current range. Rather than the very highest note you can squeak out occasionally, figure out the highest note you feel you can play consistently and without maximum effort. We'll call it the highest comfortable note, or HCN. For example, if you can play a high C when you're fresh, but only an A below that by the end of your band practice, start out with the A as your HCN. It doesn't matter what this note actually is, it will vary for all of us. 4. Play your HCN 100 times a day. Playing new notes a lot so you become familiar with them is the key to developing consistency. Finding the comfortable edge of your range and then building up to playing it at least 100 times a day is a great way to develop without overdoing things. Now, I don't mean you'd aim to just hit right on your HCN, although that's an important skill to develop. Instead, develop it in a musical context by playing up to and maybe just beyond it, with scales, arpeggios, etudes, melodies, as well as the glissandos or flexandos I've shared in previous videos. Also, develop different articulations on it. Sometimes approach it slurred, sometimes tongued. Remember to try and play it as softly and effortlessly as possible. Let's say I set my HCN at the A just above the staff, as we mentioned before. Here are some examples of the ways I could play up to it, to hit my 100 per day. Five, change your HCN as you develop. Once you've practiced your current highest comfortable note for a while, it'll become more familiar and reliable, to the point where you really feel like you own it and can play it at any time. At this point, it's time to move your HCN up to the next note, and work on getting that just as consistent. If you practice gradually in this manner, you will develop your range without overdoing it, and without sacrificing any of the rest of your playing fundamentals. I hope you found this video helpful, and maybe somewhat enjoyable. Either way, please hit the like button below. It really does make a big difference if you do, and subscribe to the FLO Music channel if you haven't already. I'm here with new videos most every week between Trumpet Pro Tips and the exercise of the week, so please subscribe and click the notification bell so you're notified when a new video is uploaded. I'll see you on the next video. In the meantime, go practice.